The one thing you better not overlook when choosing your agent.
Coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
So what's the one thing that you should not overlook when choosing your next real estate agent?
Dual agency.
Ever heard of that before? Well, let us explain this to you. It means, you go, you tell them.
Okay, well, basically, in short, what it means is that you have one agent representing both sides of the deal, the buyer and the seller.
Right? That does not mean that you have two different agents from the same brokerage representing one side and the other. So you can be from the same real estate company, but have two different agents. It's when you have Tony is your buyer agent and your selling agent, or listing agent and buyer's agent. That's what you don't want. Why? Why don't we want this? In our opinion, even though it is legal and happens quite often, it is because one person cannot fully represent both the buyer and seller on the same house because they have opposing interests. How is that possible? So what happens, according to real estate guidelines, is that we must become neutral parties, which stands for paper pusher, and we can't advise either side. The best part of having an agent is getting the advice during the negotiations.
Why would you hire an agent if you don't want their expertise? I mean, this makes no sense.
And negotiating the best deal. And let me tell you a little story. I did it once because I thought, from day one when I ever got licensed, I thought, we will never do this. I do not like it. It does not resonate with me. And then I came across a situation early on in my career, like first couple of years, where both sides begged. They're like, no, please do it, please do it. And I did disclosure like you wouldn't believe. And they had me do it. And it was fine. But at the end of it, I did feel like had I been able to advise and not just, hey, what do you want to counter? Hey, what do you want to say? I could have gotten both of them a better deal, for sure.
You know, it's the rare occurrence where something with dual agency works out well for all parties. It doesn't outweigh the fact that the overwhelming majority of the time, it's not a good thing. It is a conflict of interest. You can't, on one hand, get one party the highest price, and on the other hand, get the other party the lowest price, and everybody be treated well. It just doesn't work that way.
Yes. So you get a paper pusher at the end of it. And the number one way to do that is call off the sign in the yard thinking you're going to get a better deal.
Or call off the online Zillow or Trulia or whatever you're using to find those properties, to call the realtor directly from there too.
Yeah, you can get stuck in that situation. So you should always ask how your agent is going to handle dual agency. From the seller side, sometimes you'll find that an agent will say, hey, Mr. or Miss Seller, do you really care where the buyer comes from?
Why, no, I don't care where the buyer comes from. Why would you ask?
Well, just in case I had your buyer, I wanted to make sure that wasn't a problem.
Well, why would it be a problem?
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I will tell you the old practice of real estate. That's what people thought. The person who listed the home is also the one who brought the buyer until the License Act of 2000, which we don't want to get into. But
it's deep
rabbit hole. Too deep. But that is not how it is. We are all independent contractors, and you want full representation on your side of the deal. So don't fall for a discount or some sort of offset of price or what have you, because truthfully, at the end of the day, you will pay for it in negotiations, whatever you think you're saving on the front end. I guarantee it.
You wouldn't go into court with, another party suing you, or you suing another party, or a criminal case, and share an attorney. You wouldn't do that if you were in court. You shouldn't do it with your house either.
Yeah. There are ways that you can make sure that both parties are fully represented in any transaction. We do it because our brokerage doesn't allow dual agency, and there are ways to make sure everybody is taken care of. So on that note, we think it's the number one thing that you should be asking your agent, you should be aware of, and don't skip over it just because you love the house. So no dual agency is what you should stand for. And if you like that tip, please like and subscribe for more.
Like and subscribe.
And we will see you next time.
Peace. I mean, we talked about the lioness mane before. This is like,
You don't like it?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I mean, it's a good thing that we've got the new
I thought
camera set up. It's pushed back a little further so we can get all of your hair. Lioness 2.0, like Thundercats.
it's not that bad. Like, you make it sound like I've got 80s like Aquanet.
David Coverdale, White Snake, Still of the Night.
I do not look like David Coverdale, White Snake, Still of the Night. His was wavier.
You know, when I see you like this, I feel my heart beating heavy, telling me I gotta have more. Victory is